Right now, a home in Niagara County is on the brink of collapse. Severe erosion took out a big piece of the backyard, even a truck that was parked there at the time. The home is now condemned just months after the homeowner completely did a major home improvement project. Michael Schwartz is live in Royalton at the scene of what appears to be a major safety hazard.
Good evening, Ashley. Yeah, authorities brought us back there earlier, and we have to warn you that the area, the property, is not safe. They urge you to stay away as the man inside of his newly renovated home that he just closed on in January continues to move things out of this home. The electric and gas lines cut, and tonight the home and the property continuing to crumble underneath as his house gets closer to the edge. Niagara County authorities say on Wednesday afternoon, the man living in this Royalton home saw a small crack in the ground, not realizing it would soon be the edge of an almost 20-foot cliff.
All of a sudden, you just heard a loud bang, came outside, and saw the whole backyard and side yard was just gone down towards the creek about 17 feet.
His white pickup truck that went down with the land was pulled out Wednesday night, caked with mud and damage underneath.
We got that car out.
And the ground only continuing to crumble, now just inches away from the home.
There's a lot of concerns for the house. That's why we don't want the homeowner going in to do anything within the house.
Niagara County's fire coordinator and director of emergency services, Jonathan Schultz, says the home is now condemned, and it's up to the homeowner what to do with his property.
I know right now the homeowner is working with his personal attorney and the insurance company trying to come up with what the options are, and it's too early to tell what's going to be covered and what not.
But neighbors aren't shocked, as this has happened before. One tells me he moved his home after the same thing happened to him back in 2007. He says his property also looked as if an earthquake ripped right through it. How come more preventative measures haven't been done?
I wouldn't say it's not preventative measures haven't been done. I know all along Tonawanda Creek there's been many locations where they've done work to fix roads, fix the sides of the creek. I think in many of these locations the homeowners don't realize the concerns that are there, and many times the creek's actually eroding away underneath the land and people don't even know it.
Now, that neighbor that I spoke to, he said that insurance or FEMA didn't help when that same thing happened to him more than 10 years ago. By the way, that truck behind me, that is the white pickup truck that was in the crease that fell down with the land. Back there, it just looks, as I said, as a scene of an earthquake just went right by and tore up the ground. The DEC and the town of Royalton have not yet gone back to me, but I did speak to the contractor who worked and installed the driveway on this property. He said that just 2 months ago, there was a 70,000-pound truck on property, and it could have been a lot worse if this happened back then. For now, live in Royalton, Michael Schwartz, 7 News.
Dramatic images, Michael. Thank you.
What an absolute mess. But, you know, I got to say, that truck that's behind Michael, it's actually in better shape than I thought it would be in after falling into that crease.
Quite the incident,
all right.
for sure.